Meet Tilly.
Hello.
Tilly the happy tilapia fish. Tilly has always been fond of swimming around in her own pond. She likes discovering new places.
Wow.
Or even meeting new friends.
OMG.
Sometimes, Tilly even likes to just lie still and not do anything. Tilly is happy and likes to do it all, because as long as her pond is safe and healthy, so is she.
Woohoo.
Until the big machineries came.
Oh no.
Tilly is annoyed because of how loud the machines are and how they would most often leave debris and dirt in her pond, but does not do anything about it. It does not harm her, therefore, she is fine. Or so she thinks. After a while, Tilly began to notice how her pond does not look the same as it was before. It's a bit harder to swim now, and Tilly does not have the energy to explore her pond anymore. She is growing weaker, Tilly notices. Tilly is now the sickly tilapia fish.
Woohoo.
Months passed by and Tilly turned weaker and weaker. She noticed how the water grows murkier every moment and how oxygen and food seemed to grow scarce. Tilly continued to push herself and strive. She still hasn't explored the whole pond. Then harvest season arrived. Tilly is now old enough to go into the world to be harvested. However, Tilly does not feel good at all. She expected to be enthusiastic about being selected for harvesting. But due to her current state, Tilly can no longer be happy. A family took Tilly in and thanked Tilly for providing them food to eat. Tilly was glad to help, but could not express it clearly because of her sickly self. Deep inside, Tilly was really glad. She was able to fulfill her purpose in life even though she is sickly. However, after a while, Tilly noticed how the family began to exhibit the same symptoms as her. She grew worried. Oh no! Did Tilly somehow make them sick? From there on, Tilly became the unhappy tilapia fish.
But how is fish contaminated? Let's go back to Tilly. Tilly has long been exposed to machinery and anthropogenic activities that she, without being aware of, has already accumulated contaminated particles in her body due to how long she has been exposed to it. Now you ask, what accumulated that made Tilly that sick? Heavy metals. Heavy metals have high density and are considered very toxic to human health. They are often found in sites rich in minerals and are transported through mining, smelting, and other industrial processes. Heavy metals are considered pollutants because they bioaccumulate inside the bodies of their consumers. Bioaccumulation is when chemicals are absorbed and built up in their body over time. Accumulation of heavy metals in one's body often results in sickness and diseases. Tilly was sadly exposed to heavy metals when dirt and debris invaded her pond, welcoming the presence of heavy metals. And when the family was exposed to heavy metals through sick Tilly, they also started exhibiting the same symptoms as her. This process is known as biomagnification. Biomagnification occurs when an organism is exposed to a chemical through consumption of another organism. However, when biomagnification occurs, there is an increase in the concentration intake of the chemicals, meaning it would be very harmful to organisms last in the food chain.
And hence, our research, we aim to assess the bioaccumulation concentration of specific heavy metals such as copper, nickel, and lead in selected aquacultures present in Sibuyan Island, Romblon.
Sibuyan Island is known for being home to lots and lots of resources. Therefore, it's not a surprise to find out that a lot of mining sites and activities have been popping up and occurring.
Thus, the results and data from our study aim to spread awareness to consumers that they will learn how to be careful about their fish intake and the governing bodies so that they will be able to implement policies and protocols for the...
Not only that, but our study will also serve as a reference to future researchers who share the same interests as us.
In summary, our goal as researchers is to protect families and keep other Tillys happy. It is not easy, but let us all try our best to keep the water and species found in ponds safe and clean as a commemoration